My surrogate mother. A kind of world without light, but full of warmth. An unlit monastery, but how much hot affection there is in it. How did I end up here? By the will of what mighty force did I get here? I don't know that. Anyway, I'm glad I started moving. Yes, I do not know the mysterious force called time, and I do not compete with anyone, but I feel that I am growing. Sometimes my stronger powers make me kick my legs. At this moment, someone's palm is applied to the place where I caused the disturbance. Either this palm is so affectionate, or I like the vague murmur of its owner, but I immediately stop my pranks. I'm listening to a mysterious whisper. Whatever that voice says, I'm sure that in her whisper, her mistress is pouring out her love on me. Without taking her hand off me, she suddenly started some kind of melody, a magical chant flowing in a stream. It was so sweet and pleasant to my ears. But that melody ended with a sob and a sad sigh of ah. Despite this, the pleasant languor that had engulfed my whole being did not dissipate. You're in my womb, my womb. You can wait to get out into the light. But there was an unknown sadness in the soft, silky voice. She took a deep breath, and I shuddered involuntarily too. Now I knew that the abode I had inhabited was called the womb, or womb. You are a contribution made by strangers to my womb, and a lot of people have condemned me for that. What can you do? I lie there, listening in surprise to the barely discernible whisper. If she sighs, then I have no peace either. It is worth saying a warm word to her, and my soul melts. So who is she? Soon I felt the tightness of my space and intensified my desire to leave it. I was intoxicated by the desire to escape there, into that mysterious world, although I did not know its name or even what it was. Sometimes I was scared by his excessively loud, restless sounds. I curled up in a cocoon and froze. I don't know how long I lay frozen, lulled by the silence, when suddenly the creature that sheltered me in its womb hurriedly packed up and went somewhere. It didn't ask about my condition. When it got to the right place, it sank down somewhere and sighed again. Wow! I turned over and realized that I had entered a certain illuminated space. Suddenly, someone touched me. I rushed towards it, believing that it was the same caring palm, but after a moment I realized that I was mistaken and curled up. It seemed to me that something pierced my whole body. I tried to hide, although I didn't know when or how I learned it. The radiant object did not disappear, continuing to send weak waves at me from time to time. Who is it? I was unable to solve this riddle, but still, I couldn't help but hear the discordant discord right in front of my forehead. After listening, I think I understood what they were hinting at. The one with the low voice couldn't wait to find out who I was. A shrill, thin voice objected to him. I see you have a lot of secrets. Well, I have my own secrets too. Who are they that, gathered around and making stupid noise, are so intent on getting to know me? First of all, who am I? I am the only owner of the warm world called the womb. That's all I know so far. The voices that had unnerved me gradually subsided, and they were replaced by the rustle of paper. What is this paper that slipped out of the hands of the master of the imperious base and ended up in the thin-voiced one? What is this wonderful paper that has given such joy to these fussy creatures? At some point there was a deep silence. I was lying, pacified by this silence, when a hot palm touched me from outside, made me shudder. I reached for her gentle touch and fell into bliss. A trembling voice spoke softly. I didn't quite understand the words, but I caught the sadness in that voice. Apparently, receiving the magic paper did not bring his mistress sincere joy. The voice, which had dropped to a whisper, was intermittently mixed with sobs. But then the palm left me, and my voice got stronger, sounded louder. Suddenly there were two palms. However, the second one is small, but also warm. I kicked her and waited for some kind of answer, but the little hand disappeared and didn't come near me anymore. It must have belonged to some weak creature.